The Gambia, west coast of Africa. In all of my vlogging days, this was by far the most challenging country I've filmed in, while maintaining respect for the people and its culture. I spent 2 weeks travelling down the coastline of this country, from north to south with my friend Omar. Travelling with Omar allowed me to feel comfortable filming and visiting places that most tourists wouldn't be able to. He introduced me to his friends, family, local areas and ways of life here on the west coast of Africa. I've visited a fair few countries here in Africa, but this is the first one I've filmed, but oftentimes I got told to stop filming.
Big man, what is this camera?
Hopefully, this series will give you a good insight into how life is here, both beautiful and difficult. Welcome to the Gambia, smiling coast of Africa. Good morning everybody, good morning. Just watching the sunrise here on the river. Absolutely stunning and peaceful, as you can hear. We've been having the fishermen. The fishermen have been coming back up the river. They all went out last night for fishing, all went out to the ocean, up the river, and they've all just been coming back one by one this morning, just up to where the boats are. You're not going to be able to see them, but there's a little bit there where the boats pull up and they sort all the fish out on the land there, I guess. Anyways, Lamin, he has a little boat here, a little rowing boat, and he's going to take us on a little journey up the river this morning. I think we're going to go for an hour or two. Sounds very interesting. Like I say, because we're on the border here of Senegal, there's a very local border crossing just up the river here, and he can take us over kind of to the Senegalese side. I don't know whether we're able to get off on the Senegalese side or whether we just kind of cruise past on the boat. I don't know, but that's the plan. And also the further up, well, there's crocodiles in the river basically. He told us last night that they were further up the river, and then when we were having dinner last night, he said, I'll be honest with you, he said, there's crocodiles everywhere in the river, he said, but they're very, very safe. They don't attack humans. He said there's never been anyone attacked ever that he knows of, and there's always women in the river picking the oysters and the mussels off the mangroves here, you know. I says, well, I don't know, I'll give it a miss, I think. He was like, no, honestly, it's really safe to swim, it's safe. I was like, well, yeah, okay, but I'm not the biggest swimmer, so I might give it a miss. Anyway, folks, looking forward to that little trip this morning. I'm the first up. I think they're still sleeping. Omar's still flat out, I know that, but I'm not sure where Lamin is. But anyways, the sun's just hidden behind the clouds there now, which is quite nice actually, because sometimes the sun is so strong here, it's just, you can't sit out in it even at this time of the day, you know. So to just have a bit of cloud cover is actually a blessing at the moment for me. But yeah, there's another little place just around the corner here from Lamin's. I forget the name of it now, I'll put it on the screen, but that's a more established place here. That's where we were aiming for, to be honest with you, but I believe it was full, and then we came across Lamin's place here, which he's only been established for a few months, you know, very new for him. I'd like to do as much as I can to promote his place, so, you know, I'm gonna tell you guys as much as I can about this place, because it's a really remote part of Gambia, and Lamin can offer a very, very, yeah, authentic experience here, you know. He's from this area, he knows a lot about the area, and he's got a lot of knowledge, so he can tell you a lot about the place as well, you know, the history of it, and the ecosystem here. He says the ecosystem here is it's different to the rest of the Gambia. He says the temperature's generally less, it's not as humid, so when he goes north, when he goes to the city and other places, he says it's just so hot, he can't stand it. He has to come back, so it's quite strange really. But anyway folks, I'm waiting for these two guys to get up, and then we're going to be heading down the river that way. But no sign of Lamin, so I'm guessing, my guess is he keeps his boat just up there with the rest of the boats, and I've got a feeling he's gone to get his boat to bring it down here to pick us up, for the little boat cruise. So I've got a funny little feeling, folks, that we're going to see Lamin cruising down here in a minute, or at some point. And right on cue, there is Lamin on his little boat. Yo, Lamin! He's a little bit far away and he's not shouting over to me because he wants to be nice and quiet. It's very calm and serene here, folks, very calm. But here's our little canoe, here's our little boat. To be fair, to begin with, I thought it was a boat with an engine, you know, we were just going to cruise up, but nah, he's got a little canoe here. Hey, Lamin! There he is, Lamin. Good morning, bro. How are you?
Hi, good morning, peace of mind.
You good, bro?
Yeah, hope you sleep good.
Good morning, Lamin. I slept perfect last night.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You sleep good?
Perfect, man.
Nice sleep?
Very nice sleep.
Okay.
Peaceful. Peaceful for the mind.
Yeah, peace of mind. Innit?
Coming to help you here. You good? Yeah, man. So here's our little boat for the day.
Yeah.
Gonna be cruising up the river, right?
Yeah.
That way. Cool, man.
Yeah, man.
Looking forward to this. Looking forward to it, Lamin. It's very peaceful here this morning, eh? Anyways, folks, we'll be back in a bit. He's a lazy boy, lazy boy. Breakfast time. Lamin's cooking up a storm. He's made us a nice boiled egg here, bit of omelette, some bread, coffee. He's enjoying his tea.
Yeah, thank you so.
Thank you so much, Lamin.
Man, thank you very much, man.
I'm looking forward to this little boat ride this morning.
Yeah.
But we'll get this down this first day. All breakfasted up, all good to go. Lamin's just getting the boat in the water here now. As you can see, he's adapted it so that you can fit more people on. Put button bits of wood here. Innovative, folks, innovative. As I said previously, very inventive over here. Hey, bro.
Yeah, good man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
You picking the oysters, no? No, mussels. Uh-huh. Ah, the fishing. Yeah, man. So we're just coming up to the boat port here now, on the Gambian side, the one that I was pointing to you before in the morning. As you can see, there's many little boats here, but very quiet compared to the one we saw yesterday, eh? That bustling place. But yeah, man. And then just beyond the corner here, that's where you can get over into Senegal with the local border crossing. As you can see in the distance there, they've got little stores and shops and things as well, so a little community there. And Lamin, he says that sometimes they have a reggae system there, a sound system, so they have the vibes. See some of the young kids over there just sorting the nets out. I'm guessing getting ready for this evening. You won't see it, but there's a kingfisher right there. Different colours to the ones we get in the UK, but equally as beautiful. We saw some last night as well, just flying around. I saw 2 or 3. The wildlife here is unreal, folks, unreal. And then just on the other side there, you've got another little settlement. I guess that's the local border. Yeah, so that's the border on the Senegalese side. That's where the boats go over. There's one here, look. So we've gone from there, heading over there now, over to Senegal. It's a very local border, folks. No passport control there, I'm telling you that. So at the bottom of the trees here are the mangroves, should I say. You might be able to see all the oysters on the roots. Lamin was just saying at low tide the women come here and they pick them off, obviously because it's easier to see more of them. Hoping it's picking up on the camera.
This is more than 200 years. Sorry, this is more than 100 years ago.
Wow. So what you're looking at here, folks, is tons and tons of oyster shell, and they've been all up and down the river, up and down the riverside here. So there used to be a huge oyster farms here, yeah, Lamin?
Yeah.
In this part, there's lots of oyster farming.
Yeah, oyster farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is from hundreds of years ago, you say?
100 years ago.
100 years ago. So walking through a little bit of history here, to be fair. Look at this, man.
You can see all the shells.
Yeah, man.
See?
They feel very soft now, yeah?
Yeah, very soft.
And you say they mix this with the lime now? Yeah.
You can see the lime, local lime fossil.
Uh-huh. So what they do now is they mix all of this here gets used, and they're mixing it with lime for building, for construction work, you know. Ah, okay.
So the bond.
So this is how they make the lime?
Yeah. They will just let down the wood.
Uh-huh.
After they will throw the shells on top.
Okay.
After they burn it.
They burn it?
Yeah, for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
After 3 days, then he pours some water on it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Then he will leave it for another 3 days,
Mm-hmm.
and he will make it as a powder.
Ah, okay.
As a powder.
Like this here.
Don't see?
And then that's what they mix with the lime, yeah?
Did it? Is that well?
Yeah, man. It's just like pure powder, yeah?
Pure powder.
Yeah,
Pure
man.
one.
It's a little bit like another world, folks. We're like
This one,
land of oysters.
only is like black.
Some what, sorry?
Sun
The sun?
heat it
Uh-huh.
until it gets black.
Until it get black.
Yeah.
And that's what's happened here because it's been here for so long, yeah?
Yeah, for so long.
Yeah. So Lamin's just explaining, you know, it's gone black because they've been here for so many years that the sun's just burnt them, basically. So all of the whiter stuff at the beginning there, the newer stuff, you got all this black stuff, man. It is. It's like we're on another planet. I don't think I've walked over tons of oyster shells before in my life. Bucket list entry 118,746. Check. Nice little baobab tree here. There's another one over there. There's been a few dotted about actually. I don't know if you picked them up on the camera, but yeah, man. Anyways.
You know why I brought you here?
Wow, okay.
If somebody want to have a really sun bath
A sun bath.
without nothing,
Uh-huh.
yeah, it's more.
You come here. The water comes in here
Yeah,
Yeah.
during the spring high tide,
during the spring high tide.
but low tide and the the time.
So yeah.
And
So only once a year, yeah?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh-huh. So what Lamin was explaining then was once a year on spring high tide, this little bit here gets all flooded, so it creates water, and everyone comes here for a bath, a sun bath.
You can have that is sun bath here.
Nice sun bath, yeah?
And barbecue.
Uh-huh.
Nobody disturb you.
Uh-huh.
You can see the Oysters Mountains.
Yeah, man.
Surround you.
Yeah. And how deep does it get here? Just like this?
Like this.
Yeah?
Like
Just
the water?
yeah.
No, the water, when the water comes, just like here.
Ah, okay, so very shallow, yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, man.
Just time to time the water come here. But the water stop in that area.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like a little desert, eh?
Yeah.
When the water's not here. It's like we're on a different planet, Lamin. It's like we're on a different planet.
Different place?
It's like we're on a different planet, yeah?
Yeah.
It's like Mars or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So many, man.
Very interesting.
Just goes to show how many oysters are grown over
Yeah.
in the hundreds of years here, right?
100 years ago, yeah.
That's just unreal, man.
Still.
Crazy folks, crazy. But it's amazing to know that an industry like this happens here, you know. It's just like something that's grown here naturally, the oysters, and they create huge farms like this and make an industry out of it, and now they're making something else out of it. Like I said, they're using the old shells to create more lime by mixing it with the lime. Amazing, man, amazing. I must say, folks, flip-flops aren't the best choice of footwear. Lamin said it would be fine, but yeah, finding it a bit of a struggle. But anyways, that was the oyster farm. And like I say, there's many of them dotted around, but this is the one he brought me to because it's the biggest. So we're going to get back in the boat now, continue the trip. I don't know if we're going up or we're heading back. Let's go and find out, shall we? Okay, so just saw the back end of a crocodile coming off that bank there into the ocean, into the water here. So it's underneath us somewhere, kind of. All my days. Okay. So yeah, Lamin was saying quite often you'll see the crocodiles on the shores at low tide, and that's exactly what I've just seen. Literally half a second worth, and it was in. But let's keep our eyes open on the banks here now then.
Thinking that the crocodile is coming.
Yeah, he's coming. He's right underneath us now. So we're just coming over to the border crossing again, but on the Senegalese side this time of the river. So we'll be a little bit closer. We'll get a bit of a closer viewing of that right now. Got hundreds of crabs here. Hundreds of little crabs. Can you pick them up? Welcome to Senegal. We're on the Senegalese land now, folks. Senegalese land.
crabs.
Look at all these little crabs, man.
Take out the shoes.
Take these off, it's okay, yeah?
Take out the shoes.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's sticky, eh? Yeah, man. So, yeah, man. Gambia, Senegal. I don't want to film too much of the place, to be honest, but if you can see in the background there's some guys sitting down, chilling out, and motorbikes going back and forth with goods. This is what I thrive off, folks. Little places like this, little borders, little unknown borders. No one really knows about this border here. It's just for the local guys, you know. Hello, little fella. Say hello to YouTube. No? These crabs are shy. If my feet look like that, it means I'm having an amazing African experience, folks. Feet in the dirt, feet in the shit. Look at this one. Little shack here, where some guys chill out, I guess. Some of the fishermen maybe, some netting out there. Yeah, very interesting. Not quite sure where we're walking to, but we're walking a little bit deeper into Senegal. Oh man, lost for words really. I absolutely thrive off this shit. Look at this. So this little road leads right into Senegal. It's a quicker way. Omar found out this is a quicker way for him to get down into Casamance than the way that he usually goes in a car. So it's quite good for him to know if he wants to go to Casamance, he can come this way. Yeah, man.
The fruit is red.
So we've got a plant here called the Dinja plant. And Lamin, you were just explaining to me, that you use the leaves and the fruit.
It's good for the diabetic.
Good for people with diabetic, yeah?
They don't have.
So you got the fruits here, look.
No,
This is a small one, yeah?
Small ones.
Bit bigger here.
Yeah.
So you got the leaves. The leaves are also good, yeah? You boil the leaves? Yeah, man. So you boil the leaves, you can eat the fruits, and very good for diabetic people. Lamin was just telling me here his mum was a herbalist, so he's picked up quite a bit off his mum. Was it your grandmother?
My grandmother.
Your grandmother, yeah. So he's picked up a lot of hints and tips off his grandmother, and he was just explaining that if he knows anyone that's ill or sick and he knows what's wrong with them, he pretty much knows what local remedies, what local plants he can use to help them recover, you know. Amazing skills. But yeah, this is the plant here as well.
People buy it.
So this is called kaba?
Kaba, yeah.
Kaba.
People like it very well.
Yeah, so they sell these in the market and everything, yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And they
The people come this area to go to the bush to find it.
Uh-huh.
Go and sell it there.
And they're going to sell it over in the markets and that, yeah? Free fruits, folks. Free fruits that they do sell in the markets, but hand-picked here.
And Kaba also, the leaf.
Uh-huh.
The leaf of Kaba.
The leaf's the same plant, yeah?
It's good for the cough.
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 For the throat.
Cough.
The chest.
That's
Uh-huh.
very good.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
And how do you just eat in the fruit, or do you use the leaf?
No, the leaf.
The leaf.
You just dry it
Dry it,
and then you boil it.
and then you boil it, yeah.
Very good to cure
Ah,
the
okay, man.
cough.
You're very knowledgeable, bro.
Yeah.
You're very knowledgeable. Okay, so this tree is called Malena.
Malina.
Malena.
Yes. If you see somebody have, stomach pain,
Stomach pain, yeah.
you just
Take
out
the bark.
Yeah, the
Take
bark.
the
You
yeah,
put it in the water for 10 minutes. You drink it.
and you drink it.
Yeah.
That's good for the stomach, yeah? Yeah, man. There you go.
Very good. Very good.
There's no wonder some of these guys never get ill or sick, or they recover very well, you know, because they're just using natural remedies, yeah, bro. Natural remedies. No tablets here, no pharmacies. Just these plants. Well, there we go, folks. That was our little time in Senegal. Hope you enjoyed that little little experience. We're going to head back now to Lamin's place, and then I think we're going to head off. We're going to go to the beach here maybe quickly, and then I think we're heading further north again. So goodbye to the crops. You see them there?
Get in the boat. Jangan semua air semua ni. Ha? Tu rumahnya ada semua ni.
So Omar's just spotted a little bit of beach here, a little bit of a beachy section of the river. Beyond yonder is the ocean, we believe. So we're going to take a little walk across there, and yeah, we can hear the waves definitely. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to have a little walk along there and see the coastline while we're here. Kill two birds with one stone, folks, as they say. So we've just come inland a little bit, and it looks like someone's building something here. Look, it's like a bit of a new build. You can see the coconut plants being planted here, many of them, all in their little netty things, you see. Yeah man, so someone's definitely doing something here. Must be a developing area, you know, because it's very, very untouched here at the moment. But yeah, just a little sign of things to come maybe, you know. People are developing here. Anyway, I think we've hit the beach. Vast. Vast. Lots of fishing boats over there. That'll be the Kartong, the town over there. Down into Senegal. Absolutely remote, folks. There's not one thing on this beach at the moment. You know, no restaurants, accommodation, anything like that. Nothing at all on this stretch, as you can see. So pure natural, man. Purely natural. But there is in the distance there, you can see some smoke billowing out of a factory. That's a Chinese-owned fish factory. Now, what Omar was telling me before is that a lot of Chinese people are coming over here, and they are investing a lot, you know, and they're building huge factories like that one in the distance there. You probably can't see the smoke there. If you can, that's where it is. But it's just, they're creating a lot of pollution, you know. They're creating more pollution here than the local people, for sure. I mean, everything else here is pretty much natural, man, you know. But you have yeah, the Chinese are coming over, and this isn't the first one. We've seen 2 or 3 of these, and there's always black smoke billowing out of them, you know. So it's not very good, it's not very healthy, but that's the way it is, unfortunately. And you know, I can tell the way Omar speaks, he's not too happy with that, to be honest with you, because we walked past one yesterday, and all of the local people, you know, working their guts out, you know, really slogging it. And yeah man, it's the Chinese that are benefiting the most, to be fair. The locals are just getting a wage, you know. So yeah, that's just one of the things that's happening here in the Gambia right now. Omar's picked some leaves for his cough. Doctor told him that them leaves are very good for I say doctor, Lamin. The local doctor told him he's very good for his cough, so he's going to try them. He's going to try them, see how it works. Anyway, heading back now. Where the fun began. Lamin's little balcony there. Decking, should I say. Yeah man, thoroughly enjoyed that. Proper, authentic boat ride down the river that separates Gambia from Senegal. Well, there we go folks. How was that, eh? That was a fantastic little boat trip. up the river that separates Senegal to Gambia. I'm just sat here watching the little crabs. They're just on the little shoreline here. Every time I go close they just run back into the water and then they come out, and there's these other little things there as well. I forget the names of them. They're kind of like, they're a fish but they can stay on land. They've got big bulbous eyes. I'll have to find out what they are, but they're there anyway as well, hopping around. Little hoppy things they are. Anyway folks, I just want to take this moment just to say Lamin is an absolute legend, absolutely fantastic guy. He just wants to make his guests very, very happy, you know. An extended boat trip then. He's offered a reduction in the price of food. Just a really, really genuine guy, you know. Absolutely fantastic. So if you ever come to the Gambia, in the south of the Gambia on the coast here, come and check out a place called Peace of Mind. That's the name of his place. It's on Google, so if you go onto maps, type in Peace of Mind Gambia, I'm sure it'll come up, or you zoom in right at the bottom below Kartong, he's on there. Now I want to do anything I can to help him promote it, you know, because he's doing the best he can here with the little he's got, you know. Absolutely fantastic guy. He's going to give us a lift now as well. He's going to give us a lift halfway up the coast. I think we're stopping off at the place where we stayed last night. Omar wants to try and catch some waves there, I think. It's a good time of day apparently, so I think we're going to stop there, which is about halfway. I'll chill out, get some food, have a couple of drinks, and then we're going to head back up north, up to where we started the trip, basically up in Senegambia and the Kaloli area of the coastline here. So, and then from there, from tomorrow, I'm not sure, I think we're just chilling tomorrow, and then we've got a bit of an adventure the following day, so I'm looking forward to that one as well. So folks, I'm just chilling here. Omar's sleeping over there. I think he's quite tired. So yeah man, we're just waiting for Lamin to come back. He's gone off somewhere, and then we're gonna head off. Oh yeah, by the way, we came back before as well, and we'd left a mango on the table and it disappeared, and we were like, where the hell's that gone? And there was a bit of monkey poo on the floor. Evidence folks, evidence. So some monkeys had obviously come over, stolen our mango and disappeared. Lamin was saying that they can swim. They swim over from the mangroves on the other side there. They can swim over the water over to here, and then they swim back. He's seen them. He's seen that with his own eyes, you know. And before we saw the crocodile, yeah, that was crazy, man, crazy. We were just like paddling down, and because the tide's going down, Lamin says that they come up onto the shoreline, you know, because the water gets quite shallow. And it was just, I just kind of turned, looked, and within a split second, I just seen its back end go into the water, and it was pretty big, man. Must have been, I don't know, 10 foot, something like that, maybe more, maybe a bit less, around that. And I don't think Omar's too keen on the mic, because he was like, kept on asking Lamin questions about it after, yeah, and Lamin was laughing because he was saying to me, he's still asking about the crocodile. But to be fair, man, it was quite big and very close to us, you know. It could have done something if he wanted to, I guess. But Lamin says they're harmless here, you know. They're not the kind of aggressive ones here. They hide from the humans, basically. So yeah folks, lovely bit of nature had there as well, do you know what I mean? So yes, anyways, next stop, Nemasu, I believe. Okay folks, so just as we are leaving, the first rains of Gambia. We had a little bit yesterday. The rainy season has been here for a while, but it hasn't rained yet, so this is the first bit of rains that they get. Like I said, a little bit last night, but not too much. I think they're very thankful for it because the ground needs it to stay green, folks. Anyways, we're off. I think we're heading straight back now. Change of plan. We're going to head straight back to the Kaloli area, and yeah, let's see what happens for the rest of the day. Vamos, let's go. So we've just been stopped at a police check. There was 3 along the way this side. Anyways, the guy hasn't paid his insurance, it's expired. The guy, Lamin, his insurance is expired, so he has to re-insure his car before we can go anywhere. They're basically keeping his car here until he pays up, so the police are coming now, so I'm going to have to put the camera down anyways. Yeah, so I'm not sure what's happening. We're just still here at the police station, and I'm not sure if we're waiting for the guy to pay his insurance or whether we're going to get another taxi from here. I'm just kind of waiting to see. I just feel sorry for Lamin. He didn't realise, he thought his insurance was running out in July, but it's this month, so it's expired by just a few days. Let's see what happens, eh? Yeah, folks, we're not allowed to take the car. Lamin's car has been compounded until he can sort the insurance out, so we're just on the way now to find another taxi.
Bro, I'm so sorry, yeah.
Let's see if we can find one here. Yeah, bro, sorry to hear about this, man.
Don't worry.
Still no sign of a taxi. Fingers crossed we find one soon. On the search for a taxi, folks. On the search for a taxi. I think there's a garage around here, Omar says, where taxis might go from. So let's go and find it. Man, it's bloody boiling. Got this huge bag on my back. So Omar's just, we've just stopped here. Walked about 10 minutes away from where we were in the blistering heat with this heavy bag, man. So we've just stopped here in some shade. Omar's just nipped off to try and find the taxi. So he's just trying to find a local taxi for us. So I'm just waiting here, sweating me little nuts off, taking in the scenes. Got us a taxi, $600 all the way home. It's like £7. Another reason Omar goes by himself as well, because if they see me, they're going to charge more, which is standard in most countries like this, you know, poor countries. Yeah, so it makes sense for him to go and get one himself, you know. So anyways, he's got one here. So we're on our way home, folks. I just feel really bad for Lamin, you know. I feel really bad for him. He just shot off quickly. He said sorry. He even offered me $200 towards a taxi further. You know, unbelievable, man. Anyways, got to go. Taxi awaits.